Well, good afternoon and welcome to the West Ham Daily. The Daily. Imagine that. We haven't done a proper daily for ages, have we, really? I'm feeling a little bit better, a little bit more chirpy. Still not 100%, but hey, it's not about me. It's about the show, isn't it? Thank you for joining me. It's going to be a very, very, very brief one, and I'm going to focus only on one area, and that's the fullbacks area for tomorrow's game against Rapid Vienna. Now, there's other shows coming up later today. Anton's doing the David Moyes press conference that will come out later today, and then there's going to be a proper preview of the show of the game tomorrow. And I think we've got a Vienna fan coming on. I'm not sure, but I think we've got a Vienna fan coming on for the preview as well. So look out for that. There's another show coming up, I think, later tonight. I think Russ is doing a show, but that's still to be confirmed as well. So lots to bring you today. But I thought I'd do a very, very brief show on our fullback position for tomorrow and what I think might happen. Now, we know that Ryan Fredericks is out. Excuse me. We know that Ryan Fredericks is out. There's a suggestion that he might be out for a month, but I don't think it'll be as long as that. Apparently, it is a groin injury as well. But we've got the international break for him to get over whatever the latest injury is. We know it's not going to be too serious. So given that Ryan Fredericks is not likely to play in the game against Rapid Vienna, what's David Moyes going to do? He wants to keep certain players fresh for our Premier League games, and that may happen again on Thursday. Normally, he'll have a choice between Soufal, Fredericks on the right-hand side, Johnson, Creswell on the left-hand side, but he might want to change it up, and he might want to give other players an opportunity to play. Now we can see maybe Johnson playing, but normally, if we don't have Fredericks, will he play Johnson as a right back, or will he play him as a left back instead of playing Creswell or Masuaku? Masuaku's likely to play further upfield. So what's going to happen to that right back berth? Well, there's three options really. For either berth. The first option is Ajibola Alese. Now, we've talked about Ajibola Alese quite a lot over the years. We know what he's like, how good he is, what a great prospect he is as well for West Ham United. But what we noticed in pre-season, Ajibola Alese is normally a centre-back, but what we noticed in pre-season that he plays also at left-back, which was a surprise to us, but a pleasant surprise at that. Alese, he can play in that left-back berth, which will allow Johnson to play over at right-back if need be, which will give a rest to Soufal and give a rest to Creswell. He's had a number of under 23 and under 18 appearances and one senior appearance for West Ham United so far in the 5-1 win against Hull last season. He's had a bit of a loan spell at Cambridge. He's an under 16 to he's been an under 16 up to under 20 England international as well. And as it says there, versatile centre back or left back position. Now, Alese, he talked about when he signed a full contract for West Ham United, he said it's always been a dream to play for West Ham. When he made his debut in the Carabao Cup last season. He's been with the club since the age of 8. He became a full-time academy scholar in the summer of 2017, which by that time he had already made his under 18 appearance for the club, Premier League appearance for the club against Norwich on the 4th of February of that same year. He's made appearances as you see for the under 18s, under 23s, and also in the senior squad as well. So Alese could be an option for West Ham to come in as a left back and then put Ben Johnson over as a right back. Now, there's an alternative, although more of a centre back, you could have maybe Jamal Baptiste playing in the right back berth. I don't think this is a less likely option, but Jamal Baptiste could possibly play at right back. Now, Jamal Baptiste, is another player that we've been talking about quite a lot lately. We 17 years of age. He's always broken through into the teams. The under 18s, as you can see, he broke through while still a schoolboy at the age 15. He also broke through in the same year in the under 23s at the age of 15. That's an amazing feat, really, for any player. He signed a professional contract when he turned 17 last year in November, and he made his senior debut in the 4-0 win over Doncaster in January earlier this year. He's represented England at under 16 to under 19 level, and he's very much regarded as a prospect. David Moyes said that he wants to keep Baptiste in or around the first team squad throughout this season, and he's been doing that. And it shows a lot of confidence in the player. It shows that he's very, very highly thought of. Him and Alese, you've heard me and Anton talking about both players quite regularly over the past couple of seasons. And Baptiste, again, he might not be versatile enough to play as right back, but he's certainly versatile enough to play maybe as a central defensive midfield as well as centre back. So of the three players that I'm talking about today, this is the lesser likely option of playing in a full-back position. I think it's possibly Alese might get a call up, as I said a moment ago, to put him at left back, and then you can put Johnson as right back. But maybe Baptiste as well. But there's one more player that I want to talk about that we've seen and heard of in the past as well, is that Harrison Ashby. Now, Harrison Ashby is an interesting young player. 19 years of age. He has he's got a contract with West Ham, just like the other two players, till 2023. Ashby's made 2 senior appearances for West Ham so far. He's also appeared 23 times for the under 18s, 18 times for the under 23s. Signed for West Ham at the age of 9. Prior to that, he was on Chelsea's books, and he made his debut replacing Ben Johnson on the 15th of September, again in the Carabao Cup when we beat Charlton 3-0. And he's also a Scottish under 17 to under 21 international as well. Again, another player who's very, very highly thought of. Now, Johnson, excuse me, he's an attack-minded right back, very much in the vein of people would say a little bit like Masuaku on the left-hand side. He made his debut at Chelsea in November 2017, 3 days before his 16th birthday. He's a Scottish under 17 international, making his debut against Greece in March 2018 as well. He's the son of former Watford, Brentford, and Gillingham defender Barry Ashby. Again, he's the sort of player that a lot of people think he's going to break through. He's the sort of player that a lot of people have got great expectations for, and he could be another option to play at right back. If he played at right back tomorrow night, then you could put Ben Johnson in at left back. So we've got options there. Now, why am I talking about these youngsters coming in? Well, the main reason is because Fredericks is injured. If Fredericks had been available for tomorrow, you can virtually guarantee that he'll play at right back and possibly Johnson at left back. But given the fact that Fredericks is out, Does he want to play Sufal, or does he want to play Creswell, or does he want to give those players a rest in time for the Brentford game on Sunday? I think he'd like to give as many players a rest. And given that Rapid Vienna are not having the best of times in their league at the moment, there's an opportunity here that maybe one of the younger players might come in and be given a chance. Is it a risk? Well, yeah, it is. But if these players, if Moyes has got the confidence in these young players, then why not give them an opportunity in a game where I guess where people would say we should win. I'm not going to say comfortably, because no game is comfortable. But if there's a game that you want to put a youngster in order to see what they can do, then why not the Rapid Vienna game at home? Alese, as I said, versatile there, can play at left back. That means you can play Ben Johnson at right back. The slight chance that you could put Baptiste at right back and Ben Johnson in at left back, or the opportunity to play Ashby at right back, which means that Johnson again can play at left back. So that there are other options. In other parts of the pitch, maybe in defensive midfield, up front, attacking midfield, etc. Oko Flex, for example, Pierre Ekwa, for example, might come in. But I just wanted to focus on the full-back positions, and because we don't have Fredericks available for tomorrow. So let's see who we got in the chat before I go. Very, very brief today. Excuse me for the cough. Good afternoon, Father Snowman. How are you? A simple reply, not on your Nelly. Win the first game and bring the youth on when the game is won. Yeah, good shout. Fair enough. That's a good shout. Now, I'm not suggesting that any of these players might start. Well, actually, I am, aren't I? Maybe one of these youngsters might start. Albert Ravenhill, good evening to you. Good afternoon to you. Watch Rapid versus Genk. Both teams are poor, but I agree. Get the game won. The Carabao Cup is the place to blood the kids. Yeah, fair shout. And Father Snowman and Alban are agreeing. Father Snowman, spot on, but kids versus City is a walloping. Very, very good point. You don't want, ironically, if there's an opportunity to play the kids, then why not play them tomorrow night when you kind of feel that might be a slightly easier game than playing them against City? Because you're absolutely right there, Father Snowman. Albert replies, yeah, maybe not that one. Why not tomorrow, lads? Why not tomorrow? Father Snowman, win the group as quickly as possible. Then, if 2 games left, then blood the kids, won't damage their confidence. But given that Vienna is not playing so well at the moment, will it be a big risk to play one of them tomorrow in a full-back spot? Albert, Moyes won't be too adventurous. He'll pick the time. Yeah, very true. Jordan, hello, mate. I think Oko Flex will get game time. Good shout. That he might be up for tomorrow as well. Jordan, maybe Ekwa as well if Noble starts, maybe. But I think in the middle of the park, and we're going to talk, we'll talk about this in the preview. I think in the middle of the park, you might see Noble and Krull starting there. Further upfield, you're likely to see Masuaku on the left. You're likely to see Vlasic on the right and Lanzini in the middle. But who plays up front tomorrow night? That would be interesting as well. Good afternoon to you, James. I hope you're well. Good afternoon, Lee. How are you? WHU, how are you, mate? I hope you're well. Albert, James, Aussie? Who's James? Aussie. Hi, Crazy Cole. How are you? Ken, hello, mate. Still, why isn't Harrison Ashby gone out on loan? Wasted in the under 23s. Thinks he's gone for it. I think thinks he's good for it. Well, let's see what happens tomorrow. Ashby is we talk an awful lot about a lot of our young players. And Ashby has been used twice in the senior team. I can't remember the game it was where he unfortunately got taken off because he got a bad knock. But we might. I've got a funny feeling that we might see one of the youngsters, or maybe one or two of the youngsters, on the bench tomorrow. And I just wonder if Ashby might be one of them. Good shout about him going out on loan, though. Yeah, agree with that. Anil, we need Midjor on the show. Apparently, he knows about Vienna. David Moore, good to see you still. Hope your cold's better. Better, mate, better. I'm going to be at the game tomorrow, so I'm going to spread my germs to everybody. Theo, how are you, mate? He only played at left back on loan. No. He played left back in pre-season for West Ham, young Theo. Get your facts right. Are you going tomorrow night? I hope to see you there, mate. David Moore, still look out for Ollie Perkins. For you mean for Sunday? We'll talk about. Don't worry about Sunday. Let's get through Rapid first. Good afternoon, Happy Hammer. I hope you're well, mate. Happy Hammer again. I'd go with a similar lineup to the last European game minus Antonio. Well, absolutely, I agree with you. But Fredericks started in that lineup, and he'll be missing as well. I don't want to see Antonio play tomorrow night. I'd rather rest him for the game against Brentford on Sunday. And that's why I'm asking the question about maybe if one of the kids will play in a full back berth tomorrow, because I don't want to see Sufal playing either, to be honest, or Creswell for that matter. I want to give them both a rest. So that means you're going to have a couple of players. Ben Johnson is likely to be one of the players taking up one of the berths. You could obviously have Masuaku there, but he's better off further forward. That's why I'm suggesting Will Moyes blood one of the youngsters tomorrow. I don't know. Might be a risk. Who knows? Carl Collins. Hello, mate. Kids to play in the next Europa if we get the win. Cup games to be our B team still. What a statement of intent to go for all the cups competitively. Isn't that true, mate? Isn't that true? And isn't that great? WHU. I agree, Stel. I will play one of our youngsters at full back positions to gain experience. Sufal needs to be rested against for Brentwood. Brentwood. Are we playing Brentwood? Brentford. Hit the like button. Yeah, absolutely. I've got 59 people watching. So if all of you hit the like button, that would be immense. Thank you very much. Theo, as in he didn't play centre back for Cambridge. I know that. I know he played left back for us this summer. Absolutely, mate. And that's it. That's it. There we are. 60 of you watching. If you all hit the thumbs up, that'll be fine. Only 17 minutes. Look, they're meant to be brief. I am in my lunch break, so I'm doing that as well. Can mix and match tomorrow, then get game one if can. Then after an hour, take players off for Brentford. I actually don't. Okay. Very, very quickly. Here's my lineup for tomorrow night. Areola, because it looks like Fabianski's staying for the Premier League games. Areola. I think we're going to get a surprise. I think we're going to get a young fullback in for tomorrow night, and I'm going to go for Ashby, Dawson, Diop, and Johnson at left back, and then in the middle of the park, Noble and Kral, and then attacking midfield, you're going to have Masuaku, Lanzini, and Vlasic, and then up front, there might be another surprise. I don't know who that might be. Someone mentioned Doco Flex, maybe Doco Flex. So I would say you're going to see quite a lot of changes tomorrow. Mind you, it is the Europa League. Maybe I'm being a bit too dismissive of Rapid Vienna, and maybe there will be a few more players that will appear on Sunday as well, starting maybe who knows? Declan might play, or you might get Bowen playing up front again, or you might get Zuma playing at the back again. Who knows? But I think it's what was said by Carl. You know, you know, our B team is becoming why call it a B team? Our first team squad is being utilised to the best in the best way possible, and everybody's playing their part. So it's going to be interesting to see. Robert, a lot of these played last night. Oh yes, in the game, the under 23s. That is a really good point. I don't even have the result for that. Look how shoddy I am. Albert, get early goals and an option, and then options are on the table. Absolutely. Oz, Moyes might want to give some players a clap for fans at home game. Some players a clap. Oh, I see. Yeah, so get some of the more experienced players on the home game. That's a good point as well. David, have you seen the YouTube about what they have turned up Upton Park? Now worth a look. I didn't understand that, David. Sorry, mate. Can you have you seen the YouTube? Have you seen YouTube about what they have turned up at Upton Park in? Oh, what they've turned it into now with all the flats. Yes, mate. I have. I'm afraid. Yeah. Happy Hammer, Areola, Masuaku, Dawson, Diop, Johnson, Lanzini, Kral, Noble. Oh yeah, there's Yarmolenko up front, isn't there? Okay, Flex and Bowen. Yeah, there's Yarmolenko up front. So maybe just might be a surprise at the back only. David Anderson, think we will see a strong team reward players for last season. But David Moyes said that's what he wanted to do when he played Zagreb. He wanted to reward the players that had got him into the Europa League. He's done that now. So given that Vienna aren't doing so well, maybe he'll have excuse me, an opportunity to play. I don't want to call them the B team. Our B team will give Spuds a run for their money. I don't want to call them the B team. Um, Colchester won West Ham. Oh, it was the under 21s Papa John's trophy. Yeah, thank you for that. We lost 1-0. There you are. Well, just food for thought. Who might play tomorrow night? I just wanted to focus on the fullbacks. There's a preview happening tonight, and we'll go much more in depth with the whole team. And I'm sure there'll be quite a lot of discussion about who the first 11 will be, whether senior players will play, or whether any of the youngsters will play. Maybe Moyes might say no, too early for the youngsters, as you guys have said. Who knows? But do join us for the preview later on tonight. It's just a little ditty about the fullbacks and maybe some of the academy players playing there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, and we'll see you later on tonight.